There are many theories about mindsets. The commonest is the law of attraction, where it says that if you want something in life, just think about it and it will come to you. I'm guided by the Bible, and Proverbs 23:7 says that as a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. And in today's video, we'd like to talk about how to cultivate an abundant mindset. If you find yourself struggling to have financial blessings, there could be many mindsets that are holding you back. And before we look at how to cultivate an abundant mindset, let's look at some of the limiting beliefs we have about money that hold us back. And the first one is comparing yourself to others. That is the devil's greatest weapon. When you look at your classmates, and you feel like they have gone so ahead and you're behind. When you look at your age mates, you feel like they have accomplished so much more while you seem to have accomplished so little. When you look at your colleagues at work, someone new comes in 3 months or a year down the road, they have been promoted while you're still at the same position you've been at probably even for the last 4 years. That alone is enough to hold you back. And then the question usually I ask myself when I find myself in such a mindset is, clearly, what's the race? Life is not about a race. It's about who reached there first. So that limiting belief can hold one back in the journey to create wealth. Another limiting belief that we have is when we think that there is scarcity of money. The fear of, if one person has more money, that means there is not enough for me, or there is not enough for others to be able to accumulate. And that is really a holding belief that many of us hold. And such a belief really brings about feelings of resentment, feelings of jealousy. Instead of going to ask whoever we think is ahead of us how they made it in life, we would rather justify, probably, that's corruption money. And the commonest we say is, they go underwater, they go underground. So the belief that the more someone has means the less I have is one of the strongest strongholds that holds us back in our scarcity mindset. Then also the belief of never having enough. Oh boy. Did I struggle with this one? Of always feeling that your needs are greater than your income. Your needs are greater than the resources you have. And in such cases, really, the question one should be asking is, if I can't afford this, how can I make sure that I afford it? But what we do is we justify. We justify our constant need. We justify our constant anxiety. We blame the government. We blame the weather. We blame the people who went ahead of us, our parents who we feel didn't do enough to be able to prepare us for the world that we are in. So the constant belief, the constant fear of never having enough is one of the crippling mindsets that can hinder us from progressing financially. Another scarcity mindset that holds us back is the fear of losing money. Oh boy. So what we'll do, we would rather hoard the money. And this is seen in people who prefer to have saving accounts as opposed to investment accounts. And really, your fear could be justified because probably the first time you tried to invest, the investment didn't go as expected. Someone ran away with your money, or the company collapsed. So that fear of losing money holds one back from any possible opportunities that could present themselves. There's a story that is going around about the capital chicken, where people were promised high returns on investment, and before we knew it, the investments were never there. So in such a case, if someone put their hard-earned savings in such an investment only to lose their money, that limiting belief can hold them for the rest of their lives, where they would rather save their money as opposed to investing their money. However, with all these, surely it's very possible for us to have a turnaround. I started my first business with a group of friends. And it didn't go well. Trust me, I swore that I will never invest again. I would rather accumulate my money slowly, nothing high risk. But then over time, with financial education, I've been able to overcome, its limiting beliefs about money. And now I'm on the journey to an abundant mindset. And so what are some of the things that have worked for me that you can be able to do as well, so that you're able to shift from scarcity to abundance? The first and most important is to practice gratitude. Last year, I implemented this principle of practicing gratitude, and it was simple as having a gratitude journal. There are some theories where they say you can have a gratitude jar. Every day, you write down something that went well. In the financial perspective, this could look like, today I was able to invest an extra 10,000 shillings. You write it down and drop it in your gratitude jar or your gratitude journal. What that does, it creates an atmosphere of receiving. Because you're grateful for where you're at, you find yourself attracting more and more blessings because you have created an anticipation for receiving. Beyond being grateful, another thing that helped me personally was self-education. I'm telling you, you cannot believe the amount of wealth that is in reading, the amount of wealth that is in maybe even watching this video that you're watching right now. The more I realized that I was not on this journey alone, the more I realized that everyone I think is successful, once was in a state where I was, but they chose to move from where they were to where they are at. It gave me hope. It made me realize that, okay, so this is possible. So I would encourage you to read as much as you can. Find resources about wealth creation. Find resources, about whether it's investing. Educate yourself. You can never know how you will utilize that knowledge and how that knowledge will come in handy at a certain period of time. Have you heard about self-affirmations? That's also another way to attract abundance into your life. So simply what this means is you visualize success. You visualize yourself doing the things you want to do. You visualize yourself, case in point, I love traveling. So how I'm cultivating an abundant mindset is by visualizing myself traveling, visualizing myself speaking at conferences, visualizing myself holding seminars. So because that is what I'm filling my mind with, I am looking for opportunities of growth in that area. I'm following people who are doing the things that I would like to do 5, 2, or 3 years from now. So what does success look like for you? If you have mapped that out, then the best gift you can give yourself is a gift of a vision board. Have a vision board of the life you want to live, whether it's the car you want to drive, the schools you want your children to go to, the vacations you want to take. Visualize them and put them in a place that you can be able to see them daily. When you have visualized what your life looks like, the next step is affirmation. We are so quick to tell ourselves, I can't do that, I can't achieve that, I am not worthy of that, But the moment you start affirming yourself, you look at the mirror and you're able to say, this is Josephine. I am worthy of success. I attract the right partners. I attract the right opportunities. What that does is it shifts everything to work out for your good. Vishen Lakiani, he has a famous quote that, he talks about synchronicities, where everything in life starts working for your good the moment you focus your energies on the things that you need to be achieving. So try visualization, try affirmations. Every day you wake up, say positive things about yourself, because you are worthy. You are worthy of success. You are worthy of having a good day. You are worthy of making a positive contributions. And the more you say those words, the more you believe those words, the more you become, which affirms our, Proverbs 23:7 that says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. So what are you thinking about? So you're practicing gratitude. You have your vision board. you're practicing affirmations daily. That will not be complete if you're surrounding yourself with the wrong people. You are an average of the 5 people you most interact with. Look around your circle of friends. Who are you working with? Birds of the same feathers flock together. If you're surrounding yourself with people who think it cannot happen, trust me, it will not happen. If you do a deep dive into your friends, into your colleagues, into the people you're surrounding yourself with, and realize that where you want to go, they are not able to take you there, or 5 years from now, the dreams you want to achieve, they are nowhere in that picture, then my friend, it's time to walk away. It's time to walk away from relationships that are not healthy. It's time to walk away from colleagues that are not building onto you. It's time to walk away from any person that is bringing negativity into your life. And it's very simple to do a litmus test. Just ask your circle of friends where they see themselves in the next 5 years. Or better still, where they see themselves in the next 1 year. If you realize that their goals are not aligning to the goals you have for your life, that is a clear indication that it's time to get a new heart. Because if you do not surround yourself with the right people on this journey of abundance, you will find yourself always falling back. So what can you do in order to surround yourself with positivity? 1, find mentors. You can find them through books, you can find them on YouTube, you can watch their sermons if you're a Christian. Any person that is able to give you that extra push that you need in order to elevate you to the next level is someone you should be surrounding yourself with. And do not be afraid to walk away from any relationship, from any friendship that keeps holding you back. Many a times, especially as Africans, we like it when people are at the same level, because then we are able to justify why we can't move on. But this doesn't have to be you. You can be among the 10% in the population that are choosing to move above the herd. Also, any setback you interface with in life is simply an opportunity for you to learn what not to do. If you started a business and it didn't work out, it simply means that probably you were in the wrong business. I told you earlier on how I started a business with a group of friends. It fell through the cracks. For me, that was a lesson. That next time, if I'm to start a business, I need to consider who I am partnering with. And that's what I'm doing now. Before, I have a venture, I have a dream of what I want to do. I will not be quick to bring people on board. I have to really think through what I hope to achieve and whether their vision and goals align with what I'm trying to achieve. And lastly, the most empowering of all is to practice generosity. Every time you're able to help someone who is below you at that particular time, you don't know the prayers they say for you. When someone says, God bless you, that means it's a prayer they're saying, and God will indeed bless you. So even in your need, there is always someone who has a greater need than you have. So may you practice generosity. And it doesn't have to be just in terms of resources. We have talked about how to surround yourself with positivity. You could be a mentor to someone. It could be someone younger than you, a new colleague at work. Every time we put ourselves in spaces where someone feeds from us, it opens up our mind, to what more we can do. It opens up our mind to the opportunities that are around us. And as a way of giving back to this channel, if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe because it helps push the content and it reaches more people.